in hot. We're talking about the Chidima Adechina situation.
But obviously, new information is going to come out. But the police can't just say names in jail. Those people are gonna be in danger, obviously. And
Do you think she knows though?
She knows artists are being cancelled for standing with.
Sure.
Home to see Pastor Mboro. Guys, I was actually shocked. The father sent the grandfather, which is Mboro, his father, to go fetch the kids.
Sometimes we do validate taking the law into our own hands.
Yeah, so he took matters into his own hands, and the community took matters into their own hands because the police failed to do so. So they went and they burned his church.
And then Ramaphosa had actually called on men to take responsibility for their actions if there is an end, if there should be an end to gender-based violence.
Females lying about a man assaulting her, like that is wrong. That is also wrong, which is something that should also be covered when it comes to these things. That that Mavuso thing.
Because we always jump glutes. It's not easy, but the results are the
Small bums.
I'll go for big boob, big bums. We can put a can there on it.
yes.
Really?
Same.
Because now imagine you be like you're shy, it's tipa, and like you'll have this small bus, and then you'll be like squeezed in, and then with good eyes. No, there's really something with that image.
They get bigger, so it's a win is a win, guys.
Unless you go to the gym. If
I want the, because I really,
It's my twins. And the twins, not these ones on my face.
Alright.
Hey Dreamers, and welcome to the second episode of the Dreamers podcast. This is Timu on your screen, and I'm hosting alongside
Paaaabbie Lokwidi, and I'm hosting alongside
Mittah Ledimo. Hey dreamers.
Okay, Dreamers, for today's episode, we are going to be talking about a topic actually in the spirit of Women's Month. We'll be discussing something that can take a lady's confidence from zero to 100, right? But before we get into that, we're going to give you what's hip and happening in the world. And coming in hot, we're talking about the Chidima Adechina situation. Miss SA, former Miss SA contestant. Ladies, can we get into that?
Yes, please. But with this topic, because it's so sensitive, we have to put a disclaimer out there.
Yes.
This is an ongoing case, so you might say something now, but obviously new information is going to come out. So I don't want us to contradict ourselves, but apologies if things were said, because this was a developing case, and just
Still is.
new information is coming out every now and then. So we might say something now, but later there will come out something that will stand against what you first said. Because artists are being cancelled for standing with
Sure.
home to see.
By people, man.
Yeah, people on Twitter are going crazy about people who are standing with this Chidima situation. So
No, but honestly, with what Pearl 2C said, I want to say,
yeah,
she touched on that.
She said a
Because-
lot.
Yeah, the thing that was highlighted that I saw is that she was like, she made an example. Hore, if Chidima were to go to the Olympics and she wins a gold medal and comes back to South Africa and she's like, yeah, I won a gold medal. Us as South Africans, we're gonna say, yeah, she's one of us. She's all that. But now that she is doing this and the Nigerians are kind of taking credit for that, it's another story. So what do you guys think about that? If she were to go to the Olympics and come back with a gold medal, are you gonna say, no, she's one of us? And are you part of the people who are saying, okay, no, but she can't be part of Miss SA. She can't represent us as SA.
Because this is a sensitive topic, I don't know. It's a very sensitive topic. Yeah.
And the thing, with Nigeria, it's just that most people have this negative connotation to it, especially, when it comes to drugs and all of
Yeah.
that. I mean, there's so many things that are surrounding the connotations, with being a Nigerian.
No, but now I would say, guys, if you're Miss SA, you're representing South Africa. And allegedly, she does not know, our vernac. So how are you going to put SA out there?
How are you going to represent us?
Exactly, you don't know the roots, you don't know that. I love her, she's beautiful. Maybe she can audition for Miss Nigeria. But in this instance, and with the things that have come up with her case, guys. Okay, and what I found, right? We were like, no, she's South African. She can be part of Miss SA. And I said that, yes, if she's South African, okay, why not give her a chance? But this thing comes up that, no, her mom stole someone's identity. And now that South African cannot register their child because their identity has been stolen. And I'm like, where's the mom? Every article that they talk about, it says Chidima Adechina's mother. Who is she? Do you guys have any idea? Have you found that information?
No, it's a developing story.
Yeah,
like
it
you say,
is.
investigations are still underway regarding that matter.
So we can't confirm anything at the
Yes.
moment.
So we don't know the name.
Aye, my sister, I don't know.
And the power of social media, I mean, everything is just going on. Everybody has their own opinion. And, we because with me, when something is just controversial as this issue, I always say that, okay, what does the law say?
Yeah.
And I actually just had a discussion as well with Ospinki Mukemani, who is an attorney.
Yeah.
One thing that we know about the law is that, yes, today the law might say this, but then maybe years to come, the law changes as well. So that's also one thing that we should actually take into account, because now what the law says today might not necessarily say the same thing that it says today, maybe years to come. That's all that we should actually also take into regard.
Yeah.
But with that, guys, these cases of people being found and the kidnappings and all of that, South Africans did the job. So why not give us the name so that we can continue helping you? With this Chidima thing, it's the people who brought it up, right? And then now it is being investigated because not we, but the South Africans brought it up. What is going on here? And I remember with the case of Uyinene, this lady who was kidnapped here in Bloemfontein. Nothing was done about it, I believe. No big measures were taken until South Africans came up and said, no, we want Uyinene, we want follow-ups, we want you to do something about this. So why not give us the information? Should that be a law, actually? We should be part of investigations. Yes.
But because social media is so big, information travels a lot.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to keep things confidential, also on the part of the person involved.
Who? The mother or the victims?
Just the people involved.
So now we're...
Yeah, but the police can't just say names in jail. Those people are gonna be in danger, obviously. So they just try to keep it as confidential as possible, I guess.
But do you think it was a wise move for her to actually withdraw from the pageant?
Yes, because it wasn't gonna die down anytime
Yeah,
soon.
most definitely. And can you imagine that, oh, by the way, the Miss South Africa pageant is actually this evening on the 10th of August, SABC 3 at 6 o'clock. So I can imagine that, had she actually entered, she would maybe go be booed or something. There was, and had she won now the title, what would have actually went through? Because now I think people would have been enraged had she actually won the Miss South Africa 2004 pageant.
Because of the people who signed the petition to get her out, I saw there was 15,000 votes. Guys, it's a lot.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's too much.
But what do you think influenced her decision to withdraw? Was it a professional decision, or was it because of fear, or is it because she knows the truth? What do you think it could be?
All the pressure. I mean,
Yeah, the
the
pressure.
societal pressure, the social media pressure, and you saw that, in the article she stated that it's for the protection of
Of
her
her
family. So I think it's because of the fact that, fear actually instilled or informed that decision.
And
Do you
I'm
think
sure,
she knows though?
She knows the truth.
About, yes. Okay, not the truth because we don't know what the truth is at this point.
At one point, they had the discussion as to what actually happened. Like, I'm sure she confronted her parents, or they've had that conversation before, but we don't know what's happening, guys.
You think she knew?
She knew.
According to me, on TikTok, the page was Nigerian flag and Mozambican flag.
Oh.
So that already tells you she was aware that the
She's
mother
not from.
was not South African. Because what are these two flags saying?
Sure.
Is the dad fully Nigerian?
Yes.
Yo.
Tough.
I'm just saying that was on the social
Yeah.
That is also something that people
Nigerian and Mozambican and nothing South African. And then she removed it like this. So I'm just saying.
But then had she not known and then maybe believed that she is indeed South African, I mean, pressure can also maybe, because now I'm speaking from my own experience that, if maybe there's like politics, I really just don't like controversy. You're already in the spotlight for that, and people are commenting against you being in the pageant. So then you feel like, there's
Let
a
me
whole
just
lot
leave
more that I have to offer,
Yeah.
other than maybe this pageant. There's a whole lot more. I'm talented. There's a whole lot more things to participate in, other than this pageant. Yes, it might have meant a lot to her, because you could see that even when she took that stance of actually withdrawing from it, she was in tears. So meaning that, it's something that she wanted to do. It was in her heart. That's why then, everything was just, sad for her. But then with me personally, even if I know that, or I believe in something, and now because of the pressure, I would just
Leave
withdraw.
it, yeah. And
Because
she has
now-
been trending for weeks.
Exactly. So
Five
now,
now.
even had she won, or maybe had she been crowned as Miss South Africa 2024, I mean, can you imagine even during her reign that how much pressure was she going to endure?
Yeah.
I mean, already in her reign, it was already not going to be bearable for her. She was not going to enjoy the journey.
But why did the organization not do the research on everyone who enters? Because why is this only coming up now? Does that mean that they support non-South Africans representing South Africa and representing their brand, or was false information given to them?
I doubt false information was given because they verify the contestants
Yes.
in a certain way before announcing the winners or the finalists.
Yeah.
And I saw something on TikTok.
Yes.
I saw the South Africans. They said, let me look at it. The people were like, if there is proof that she is South African, why is no one coming up and saying, I went to school with her? Or like, I got my license with her. Something, we did something with
You see,
her.
Someone just
TikTokers.
confirming.
But I'm sure someone could have came up.
Exactly, and no one is coming up. It can't be that everyone is afraid of the pressure that comes with this whole thing. We are brave. One thing about South Africans, we are brave. We are able to stand up for things that we believe in.
Yeah.
But I'm sure information will come up because it's a ongoing investigation. Now it's happening.
Yes.
We'll find out new stuff as time goes. So.
But then, if you were the brand Miss South Africa, would you have allowed her to, participate in the pageant, or would you rather have? Because now, would it maybe seem as also a detrimental? It might seem as a detriment now to the brand. Would you have actually just maybe had a side talk with her and told her that, now you're causing attention to our brand, please just step aside? What about that the brand itself? If you were actually, like the organization, would you actually have maybe also considered the disadvantages of this whole thing of the
It
brand
lies in the
itself.
question on why did they allow her to
To
enter. If
enter.
they verified the
Yeah.
information that it's
Yes.
true and correct, they would have not had this problem. So it's either they did not do the investigation or she submitted false information to and then portrayed it to be correct.
Sure.
That's why, with pageantry. Yes. That's why, if they're going to choose you for a queen of any brand,
Especially
in
Miss
pageantry,
South Africa.
yes, it also tells us a lot about integrity.
Yeah.
Wabona, so integrity also comes into play because, some people think like, pageantry, just got this all about beauty and everything.
Yeah,
It
it's
takes
not.
a lot, for one to represent a brand,
South
even if it's not like, especially, as South Africa as a country, you miss South Africa. And you take a look at it, sometimes, in South Africa, things like corruption,
Ish.
crime. So it clearly shows that, what, integrity is of utmost importance.
It is.
Yo, guys.
This is such a broad topic. We could go on the whole day, but
Yeah.
the one thing that we don't have is the full story. We only have
Yes.
what is happening, like the investigations, some parts of the information. But I'm sure as time goes, things will start to develop and we'll get the full story behind it. Yeah.
Mara, moving on from the brand itself, this shows a lot. This brought a lot to light when it comes to South Africans and what is happening in South Africa. Because this is something that happened way back in 2001. However, it is only coming out 23 years later. I mean, why? Why is it only coming out now? Yes, as the public, we did something, we took a stand. The level of corruption in our country is alarming because she is not the only one who, her mother or whoever did this is not the only person who did this. There are many other people who did similar things and have not been convicted, probably.
Yes. One would actually argue and say, but then what about people that are not South African, but then maybe they're from Europe, they're from Asia? Why Nigeria? That is why, it actually went down to, just having that negative energy about Nigeria, the things that happen, they're here to take our jobs, they're giving out kids, drugs.
Yeah.
So there are a whole lot of negative energies.
No, but I
that's,
think, Bone,
Nigeria.
it's I don't want to say it's valid, but hear me out. When things happen and I believe we've seen Nigerians are the main people who bring those kind of things in our country. Correct me if I'm wrong, but but I think that is why we are beefing with them, because they are the ones who the main problem actually.
Sure. This is a lot, guys.
Yeah, but I think, with research, since now with us, our podcast, yes, the content, in future will actually just center around drugs and all of that. And
all of
we'll
the
actually get to hear, what's happening, especially with drugs. Who is bringing these, who is bringing these drugs to South Africa? Who's giving them to our kids? Who is selling it to our kids?
Them though.
You see.
I'm not saying it's only them, but
the
it's out
majority.
there. The information is out there. Oh, okay. Moving on. What else is trending?
Pasta Mboro. Guys, I was actually shocked because with priests, prophets, you never expect them to do such things, but
Do we though? Do we not? Because
we
with these upcoming ones, we
Yeah,
kind of have
man.
that side eye.
yeah.
Nowadays.
So he went to a primary school. He went there to go fetch his grandchildren, apparently, because his son is fighting to get custody of these children. And a few months ago, the mother passed away. So the grandmother took the children. I'm not sure on which side of the family.
Yes.
The grandmother took the children, and then now the father wants custody. So the father sent the grandfather, which is Mboro, his father, to go fetch the kids. So in Mboro's defense, he uses it as like he was protecting the kids from getting beaten. He shared a statement, but I'm not sure what he was saying because he said a lot. And he was also standing behind self-defense. I'm not sure how self-defense happens at school. Like, you go to a school with an can I wait again? A gun.
Oh, that weapon.
He went. I also thought he went with a
A sword. Or
no, wabona
Yeah.
a whip.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying
Yes.
an actual machete, like he was.
Yo.
Yeah. I don't understand why would you do that at school. And I saw the clip where he was dragging the children out. Like the children were crying. It was so sad. Like imagine the trauma that those children went through. Like
Sure.
it's just a lot. And I'm glad like he's going to court to appeal for bail. I just hope they don't approve. He was just threatening to.
But now it brings this thing to light that sometimes here, is he in South Africa? Or where is he? Pastor Mboro.
He is in South Africa.
It brings to light that sometimes we do validate taking the law into our own hands.
Yeah.
But then when is the right time to stop? Like, when do we say no? Like, in his situation, what is he right for doing that? Or
He's
could
very
he have
wrong.
done something else?
He could have sent the police to the school at least to get the children, not actually go there with himself. Kadi
All these weapons.
dangerous weapons.
Yes.
So were the children being bullied at school?
They were
Or
not.
at home?
It's a custody fight between
Yeah.
the families. So he took matters into his own hands. And imagine the children, the mother passed away not so long ago. Now they're going through this. Joe, guys, I wish you could have heard the cries of those children. And he had the machete in his arm and the child, he was dragging the child out of the school.
So is he one of those doom pastors, or is he like pastor, like one of the trusted ones?
It's giving doom at this point. Yeah, because also the community took matters into their own hands because the police failed to do so. So they went and they burned his church.
Oh, yes.
See, now that's where that thing comes up. When do we validate?
Exactly. They
So
burned it down.
The plot thickens.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know?
So were they right? Were the people right?
Taking matters into their own hands. See,
Like, obviously it's wrong according
it
to the
is
law.
very wrong,
But sometimes, there are those blurred,
Gray
like
areas.
gray areas. So is this the gray area or what?
But he went to a school with a machete, guys, threatening teachers. Like, imagine the trauma that the students went through as
Were
a
the
whole.
people in the church when they burnt it?
No.
Okay, then
Yeah. the church is dead. It's ashes now.
Yeah.
Because of what he did.
I should look that up.
You should look into it. It's a very long thing. Now,
a lot has
yeah,
unpacked.
a lot is happening with that one.
Maybe we'll cover it at some point again, because these trending topics
We
trend for a
don't
while.
have like the full information about it. We only have glimpses of
And it
the
would help
information.
to also, have the legal aspect of it as to whether, sometimes can the law be fair, and sometimes if you feel like it's not fair, then emotions erupt.
And should people
sometimes you
take-
feel like, if the justice system is unfair, then sometimes, you're just propelled to, just
Take
the
matters
matter-
into your own hands.
And when emotions erupt, then you just end up doing the wrong things. Yes, and then what is actually trending as well? Yes, yesterday we celebrated Women's Day, and then Cyril Ramaphosa had actually called on men to take responsibility for their actions if there is if there should be an end to gender-based violence. And now, with the celebration of the 30 years of freedom and democracy, he said that we should take stock and we should reflect on how far we've come, and we should deliberate on challenges that stand in our way of emancipation of South Africa's women. And the president emphasized that even though we celebrate the gains that were made during the 30 years, our country is deeply traumatized by the violence against women and children. And I think, with children now, it also links to the one of Mboro, you see, and now this was also guided by the National Strategic Plan, and they've introduced new laws that protect survivors of gender-based violence and improve the response of the police and ensure harsher sentences for perpetrators. Because now, one thing is that when you are faced with maybe being abused and you're experiencing gender-based violence and something is happening, in the household, and now when you actually just call that number, the police, the response time to it, the response time to it, and even for the fact before they actually just, like you say, apparently it just rings. And then what should be done, when you're actually facing that and this person is about to hit you, you want to call for help, and then there's no response to it. Now, what should take place, you see? So that is the also the thing that we should look into, when it comes to our South African police services. And so then there were people that, and he actually also mentioned that the men's attitudes and behaviors should actually change. But now the responses, and we know with the on X, people's responses as to they ask the question, but then who are these men? Who are you talking to? Who are you addressing? Are these people maybe even do they even have access to social media? Do they even have access to your speeches? Do they even have access to your articles?
Exactly.
Or are they just wandering around and waiting to target their prey when it comes to these gender-based violence cases? And then there was one that says that, what does he say when you ask him about these illegal military camps being raided recently? What is his view on that? And then incompetent black government. It's not only GBV, but then the whole country is rotten. We just recently now talked about the corruption that takes place in our country, like human trafficking, drugs, and now we just put this connotation to with drugs, to Nigeria. And then illegal military camps, children missing, because in Bloemfontein alone, there has been, and in the Free State, we know of the one of Disebo Musupa, who was kidnapped and ultimately found at a cemetery in Welkom. And then the recent one as well is, I think there was this gentleman, he's also missing. And so many other cases that have been erupting in Bloemfontein alone because of these missing persons. So there is a lot that is going on. It's not only GBV, and then with corruption, innocent people that are being killed every day. And that is all those things, just to mention a few, that the country is actually facing.
I feel like when it comes to that, we are being reactive as a country. Because why are women being abused in the first place? What is the source? Why are we tackling the problem and not the source? Why aren't we educating these men on doing better? Why aren't we improving the situations at their homes? This thing of corruption, it leads to a lot of poverty, which then leads to these young boys growing up with anger and a whole lot of problems. So why isn't, and LO, guys, no, I am sorry. I have a big issue with LO. We've been learning the same things on LO from grade, with what is it, 6?
For the benefit of the viewers, LO is an abbreviation for
life orientation. I'm sorry, it's a subject at schools.
for
It's a subject at school. We literally learn these same things for years, and the information, I believe that it is outdated, because
it is very outdated.
We're learning about teenage pregnancy, how the rates, how are they looking right now? They are bad. So shouldn't that be an indication to the government that no, clearly something is not working here? We should make improvements.
And it all starts at the schools and at home, obviously. But schools, we go to school every day to learn. Why aren't things changing?
Why aren't they taking advantage of that? Teach the men, the boys to be proper men, decent men.
But with regards to GBV and anger erupting and all these emotions, Simu mentioned the fact that yes, it's time that we also educated the men and changing attitudes and behaviors as well. But then sometimes you have to look at the root cause as to why are these men acting like this. And it now also links to the story of Pastor Mboro. You know, there are those ladies as well that deny their access to, denied men access to their kids.
Yeah.
So then can you imagine now if you are not allowed to see your kid as a dad, then it also, you know, plays on your emotions. And then that's when now they find themselves acting impulsively and maybe doing drastic actions to actually, because just to express frustration by these moms not allowing them access to see their kids. So it can also be disheartening for these men. And now sometimes, you know, then we get to, not that I'm condoning GBV, but then that leads to these actions. Now they go there and then maybe they, and even missing people, now they'll actually maybe tail the lady and now maybe kidnap her and maybe, traumatize her and ultimately lead to now beating her up.
And with the rape cases,
Exactly. So
females lying about a man assaulting her, like that is wrong. That is also wrong, which is something that should also be covered when it comes to these things. That ladies, as much as we are defending you, as much as we are defending each other, don't take advantage of that.
And especially in clubs as well, nowadays there's this thing that's trending where these ladies would walk up to gents in clubs or wherever, or maybe entertainment centers, and now, okay, they would actually just chat you up. Now this gentleman would be taken by this lady, you take him to his place, maybe have consensual intercourse, and then thereafter now, okay, pay up.
Oh, that
They would
Mavuso thing.
Yes. And now you would actually ask for this ransom from this gent. And now it's like, but then we never agreed on this one. This is not what I signed up for. I mean, we only were here consensually. So, and now what's
Now
this
you
with
want
me paying
money.
your ransom? Now you want money. And then if you do not actually pay this lady that amount of money, now she calls rape. And threatens to actually just lay a rape charge against you. So gents should also be careful with these ladies in clubs and all of that. And please, ladies, it's wrong. Do not do these to these poor
Lead
gents.
them not to temptation.
Exactly.
So in other news, what else is trending?
Let's get into empowering women. Let's flow into that because it is Women's Month and we're trying to improve our ladies. And when it comes to the topic that we discussed and in general. So we're going to be discussing body enhancement and body image. Ladies, would you say at any point in time you were not happy with how you look? Either your looks or your body or your hair, I don't know, something that when people look at you, they're like, you feel like people are going,
Yes.
Yes, obviously. Back in high school, I used to be very insecure about my body, but I didn't do anything at that point. I was just very sad about how my body looks. But as the years went by, I decided to take action and just to work out, eat healthy, just to change my body and
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, with me growing up, from kindergarten, primary, I was actually body shamed because I grew up a big girl. But now, gone are those days where we're now intimidated. And yes, obviously, I would go on various diets, especially in high school.
Exactly.
I would actually just want to lose weight. And now I just saw that, what, sometimes when you have a big body, it's sometimes hereditary, and even if you try to lose weight, then it would have to take like intense exercise and effort. And now the question was I really ready for that, or did I just have to come to a point where, and my mom would actually my parents would really instill that confidence in me. My mom would buy me all these nice clothes, as a little girl, and she would actually just tell me that I'm beautiful, and that for me was really enough. And thank goodness now we have platforms where people, big champions like myself can actually now, the Miss Dream Team Gym page. And the first question that I asked when I saw the poster, I was like, then I called in and asked okay, do you allow plus sizes? And then they were like, yes. So it's really, really a privilege to be part of this, and it's a big ups to Dream Team Gym for accommodating, even chubby ladies like myself with Zizalicious. Yes. So then, guys, all you have to do, but then not forgetting that even as a chubby lady, with if you're overweight, if you're obese, it's really important to take care of your body, take care of your health, adopt a healthy eating lifestyle. Because sometimes when you are told to join the gym as a big lady, then all you think about is that I'm going to have to change my diet. But then there are, and some people just even don't want to change their diets. They want to actually still be in the habit of eating the wrong food. And you get delicious food,
that are healthy.
And you can actually just adopt it as a lifestyle.
Yes.
It won't be effort anymore now to change whatever it is that you're eating.
Exactly.
And with exercise as well, if I say to you, as a chubby woman, please join the gym, you think, it's going to be strenuous and all of that. But then it's just about just exercising, just start. You shouldn't actually look at it as a way to lose weight. And people should really also understand that when a chubby lady joins the gym, don't now focus on her and tell her that, oh my goodness, you'll join the gym but then you're not losing weight. It's not about that. You actually have to, it's all about it's about your overall well-being, and that you can do away with the risks of medical conditions that are associated with being overweight or being obese. So it's all about that. And with that, if you just start and get physical exercise, then everything else will fall into place, whether it's losing weight or whatever. Then the results will show. But then don't go with that mentality of saying that you want to lose weight, unless that is the intention. Then you should have the courage to start and work at it.
And don't be miserable. That's one thing I learned in my journey of gaining weight. Guys, you can go the easy way or you can go the hard way. And sometimes going the easy way is not wrong. It's not wrong. Guys, fighting for your life in the gym is no joke. So now I also tailored my workouts to be able to enjoy them. My life shouldn't revolve around me trying to gain weight. There's more to life than just that tiny aspect of your life that you're trying to improve.
But they do say as time goes, you fall in love with coming to the gym, you establish new goals, you now want to gain upper body strength, lower body strength, you develop as time goes and you become less miserable.
Enjoy the journey. If it means going hard, go hard. If it means going easy, go easy. Don't make it miserable. There's no reason to do that. But this also shows that there's nothing wrong with trying to make improvements to your body. And I'm not encouraging these things, but if you really feel like this will boost your confidence, you can do that. I am one person who is out there who I do a lot. Exactly. So I feel like I would get a tattoo as well to enhance something, maybe in a bikini or on my wrist, the jewelry, something to add that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But do measure the risks of doing that, doing extreme procedures like BBLs and all of those things. Do you maybe have the risk involved with certain body enhancements?
Yes, I have with BBLs. With BBLs, we have fat embolism, where fat can travel into your bloodstream and go to your brain, your lungs, all these major organs, guys. So one mistake, fella, it's just, and there's also risk like death, but death is rare.
Yes.
You just have to know the doctor that is doing your BBL, know if he knows his work, and also there is nerve damage. Your nerves can get damaged as a result of liposuction and stuff. Guys, there's a lot.
And kidney diseases as well.
So if you do BBLs, just consider the risks before and just look at alternatives as well. Because with BBLs, in order to maintain a BBL, you have to go back to the gym. So it's just it's taking you back to the first thing you should have considered. Because in order to maintain, you have to go to the gym, you have to eat healthy. You don't just neglect your body now because you have the BBL. You have to maintain that.
Get the gym. Come to Dream Team
Come
and
to
get
Dream
the
Team
gym.
Yes, because we always gym glutes. It's not easy, but the results are. The results are giving.
Should we end this with a quick would you rather?
Yeah.
I'm going to go first now. Kapa, should I go last?
Yeah, go first.
Since you're...
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so excited about this. Because when I saw this, I was like, yo, guys, yo. But okay, here it is. Would you rather have small glutes and defined abs, or defined abs, or big glutes?
Sorry?
Okay, let me start.
Yes.
Would you rather have small glutes,
What are those?
small bums?
Oh,
Like,
you know, guys, now I'm
It's the gym
80%
term.
more. So they're teaching me.
Yes. So you have small bums and defined abs, or big bums
Joe.
and no abs. And you can't, if you choose one is going to suffer.
No, I'll go for big group, big bums, really.
Same.
Because now imagine you be like you're shy, it's and like you'll have this small bus, and then you'll be like squeezed in, and then with good abs. No, there's really something with that image.
Now, I personally, I would rather have big glutes because I love how the body looks in a dress. Like the bumps just add that that special effect to your dresses, your pants, just your outfit.
And you can put a can there on it if you like.
Yes.
All right.
Next one.
Next one is: would you rather have, a perfect body with no stretch marks, everything well toned, or with stretch marks and all of that, and like that is now after giving birth? And now, if you have this perfect one and you don't give birth at all, or would you just embrace your stretch marks and that belly and all of that after giving birth? Which one would you rather go with?
Are you going first?
No, I'm thinking.
I love the babies, guys. I love babies. And I feel like stretch marks are art, man, on your body. Like, I love stretch marks. I love stretch marks. So I'm going with the babies. I love babies.
Same. I would rather embrace how my body looks after having a child. Yeah.
Same here. And looking forward to breastfeeding as well, because some people feel that after breastfeeding or after giving birth, then the boobs droop.
They get bigger, so it's a win is a win, guys.
Unless you go
bras
to
for
the
that.
gym. If you start gymming or taking your gym
Exactly.
journey seriously,
Yes.
they'll
Then they grow back into shape. Yes.
Okay, not big into shape,
Oh,
but
then
somewhat
tone
they'll
up.
be there.
Yeah, they tone up.
So we're all going with that, right?
Yay!
The babies.
So with mine, would you rather get a BBL or do your breasts, but put implants in your breast?
Guys, yo.
BBL.
You have to choose one. Is either one or not?
I'll get the boobies and work for the bummy in the gym.
When
I want the, cause I really, I'm used to it.
My problem
I'll
with-
get more if I have to.
with the BBL, just suffering after that, because your body goes through a lot.
For weeks, guys.
You have to lie down for weeks. You can't sit on your bum for a certain time period. You have to go for massages. Imagine your body is already sore and now someone has to press your body. They have to massage.
I think my decision is also informed by, because like with breastfeeding, does getting breast implants actually affect milk production?
No, it doesn't. It just reduces the amount of milk you produce.
Oh,
Yeah.
So is that it, ladies? Any closing remarks?
In conclusion, you have to consider the risks before you do something, whether it be with tattoos,
Yes.
piercings, BBLs, anything that has to do with changing your body. Just look at the outcomes, the disadvantages. Don't just go because now you just want to change your body. Just think about yourself, because one wrong mistake you could die or
Yes.
And don't do it for
Yeah.
other people. Do it for
Exactly.
Do
you.
it for you.
Do it for you.
Do
because,
you.
and God forbid, that person who has a problem with your body could die tomorrow.
Exactly.
Now you went through this whole procedure.
for nothing.
Yes.
Do it for you. At the end of the day, you are left with yourself.
Exactly.
Now that it's still Women's Month, I just have one question for our viewers and for us as well.
Yeah.
What do you appreciate about yourself? Because sometimes, we tend to look at our flaws, when it comes to
Yeah.
our personalities, when it comes to, our bodies, and when you look into the mirror, you actually look for that thing that you want to
problem.
change. But then what is it presently that if you just look into the mirror right now, whether it's your attitude, whether it's your, personality, or, your attribute, physical, or, So what is it that you appreciate about yourself, ladies?
You may start
Let's do one physical and one
quality.
personality.
Yes.
Okay.
For my quality character, I love my confidence, honestly. Like, if I set my mind on something, you're not gonna stop me. Only God himself can stop me from doing something because he's the only person who has a say. So, yeah, I would go with, I love my personality. And then physique. Guys,
There's a lot. Choose
no, there's
one.
this one. But
Alright.
now the viewers are gonna be in my business.
Is it a tattoo? Maybe there's a tattoo that we don't know of.
Side
I love my babies, my twins. And the twins, not these ones on my face.
Alright, your boobies.
Oh, yeah.
Say it like it is.
No, but like, I feel like now they're gonna be, what if they look at them now they're gonna
Now you are drawing the attention to
But I love them. They're small and like people don't like them small, but like they're nice.
Yeah. With me, I embrace my body as chubby as it is. I just like how I bounce in it. And I also love my smile. I mean, my voice, and I love the love gap as well. And with regards to, personality trait, I love the fact that, I can and know how to celebrate people. And it's not only about celebrating myself or just looking at my own achievement, but then it's actually just celebrating the achievements of others as well. I love that.
And with me, my personality trait is that I love my kindness, guys, my ability to accommodate other people, and also consider when I'm interacting with someone, considering what that person could be going through. I don't condone, I don't like being rude. I just have a thing. I hate rudeness because you never know what the person is going through.
Exactly.
And you just showing a small bit of kindness can have an impact in their life, or just make them look away from their situation or something. Yes. And other than that, I just love my smile.
And for the chubby ladies, if
Yeah.
you're maybe struggling to lose weight and all of that, just please come through,
Yeah.
contact us, and you can actually just say, and you can tell about your journey, how has it been, and yes, just tell us how the journey has been.
Join us on our gym journeys.
Also, interact with us, share your thoughts, share your views.
Like, subscribe.
We could
Yes.
also have you in the studio with
Yes.
us just to share your thoughts on some of these things that are happening in the world and in South Africa as well. So please do interact, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah,
It's
that
a wrap.
Bye.
Why are you awkward now?
I don't know. Stop. I want to be myself now. No, when you finish with the camera, just stop. And then,
Yeah.
now you can breathe.
That was intense.
Okay, I stop now. Breathe.
Yeah, we can breathe now.
Military base.
Actually, there is no recording.
Behind the scenes type of thing.
That is why I was recording.
Are you talking about our
Gossiping in front of him.
him. Yeah.
Yes.
In front of the camera.
Oh, yes.
Hey, when you have a comment, you should just.
Man,
Hey, yeah.
you're coming.
One day.
He's coming.
He's coming.
Right. Now it is.
Thank you.